Hey there, Marina Ormes here with your Astro vibe for Thursday, April 6th. We still have a moon in Libra today. It was full last night. Depends on your time zone. Might have been early this morning. So we're in that post full moon day, right? We're still very much in the vibe of the full moon. So all the things I've been talking about related to the full moon illuminating something, reflecting something back to us. Check out Tuesday's video for more information about how the full moon reveals something about our process and how we can be most effective in our healing and growth and things that we want to, projects we want to complete and things we want to create. And so we're still in that energy that I was talking about on Tuesday. And but now we're on the other side of the full moon. Right now it's going to start getting smaller instead of building to the fruition of the full moon. So we're basking in that light. Things are being illuminated, things are being reflected back, and we're just at the very, very beginning of starting to process and integrate what we've been noticing or what's been happening. We might be able to see things a little more clearly on this side of the full moon than we could the day before, but it's all kind of happening at the same time. So so we have this beginning of the integration, and we are in this energy of a Libra moon being full and fully illuminating. And so how does that affect you, right? The Libra moon is about how we relate to others. So it is about interestingly, Aries and Libra are opposite, right? So we have an Aries new moon and a Libra full moon. Sometimes it goes the other way. We have a Libra full moon and then an Aries new moon, but either way, they're opposite. And with the energy of Aries, it's the energy of me, I, mine, how I do things, what I need, selfishness, foolishness, like risk taking. It's all about me and discovering my way forward, which is important, right? That's a valid part of life. And, it takes up 1/12 of the zodiac. Okay. And then another 12th of the zodiac is Libra. Libra is about sharing. So we have to learn how to be ourselves, but we also have to learn how to get along with others, right? So we need this balance. And Libra is like, okay, yeah, you are, got to do what you got to do. And sometimes it is about you, but also it's not, right? Also, it is about you and this other person or these other people in your life, your friendships, your relationships, your partnerships, any kind of all different kinds of ways of being in relationship with other people, family relationships, friend relationships, etc. So that it's the energy of that dynamic between two people. And so it's this reminder when the moon is in Libra, we have this reminder that, hey, it's not all about you. It's about you in how you can be most effective in cooperating, in collaborating, in working together with another person. And there might be some things that you have to compromise, right? It might not be all about you. You have to find this place where, there's a balance between the two. And what are the gifts and strengths that the other person brings? And what are the gifts and strengths that you bring? And how can those two things come together so that the whole is more than the sum of its parts, in that magic way that we can be together with other people in partnership. And at the same time, that means, right, giving up some of the things that maybe some of the little ways that you're attached to things being, or the little things that that you want to be a certain way. Like you might have to let go of that. You might have to share. Thinking of 2-year-olds having to share, right? They want the me, mine. And no, you're actually gonna, the thing you get when you share is you get a friend. you get somebody to play with, you get somebody to do this with, so it's worth it. And it's hard, right? Relationships are a lot of work, and they're not always easy. They bring a lot of magic and a lot of benefit, but they are not always easy. So that is the energy of Libra. And this particular Libra full moon is focusing on an aspect of relationship, partnership, working together, that is saying, you know, how are you inside of yourself going to remember to feel peaceful, and accept, you know, that balance, that give and take, and not feel rattled by it, not feel upset, especially by the way that things might be changing, and how that might be showing up in the context of your relationships. So energies in the world are shifting and changing, some in good ways, some in not so good ways. And how does that show up in your relationship? And how can you remember to feel peaceful within yourself in that process? And yesterday I gave you 3 super quick, super easy and very powerful actions you can do to make the most of this Libra full moon. So if you missed that yesterday, definitely check that out. Got some great ideas, easy things for you to do that will remind you of who you are, what's important to you, and help you make the most of this of the energy of this full moon that is about peace and balance in the midst of shakeup and change. So we've got Pluto in Aquarius, we've got Uranus in Taurus, we've got Venus in Taurus. We have the energy of thinking about what keeps us grounded, what feels stable, what feels normal, and how that is changing, and what it is we rest and rely on and count on and depend on, and how that needs to shift and change, and how we are participants in creating those new systems, structures, feelings of routine and groundedness and dependability. Sustainability is a really big word, right? It's really important in these times, historically and evolutionarily, and all the ways. So sustainability, dependability, what are we relying on, and how can we shift to relying on something that is more sustainable? So that's true of, you know, what car we drive. It's also true of our relationships, right? How can we do things in a way that is more sustainable in the long run and more balanced? And that's what this full moon is really all about. So lots of great information about the Libra full moon in my videos all week long, Sunday especially, and then Tuesday and Wednesday and today as well. So thank you so much for being here. And then tonight, late my time, the moon goes into Scorpio, and there we're diving deep into a more mysterious process, a more inward transformational process, shifting into deeper intimacy in your relationships, and where truth and trust and power and all those things can be potentially really worked on and built in a deeper way. So a deeper, more sustainable and foundational way. So there you go. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for subscribing. You can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. I've got lots of information there about how to work with me, my books that I have published about working with the astrology for a healing process and astrological cycles, and all of it makes it really approachable, even if you're not an astrologer, but great insights, even if you are an astrologer. So check out my books. Thank you for being here. astrologyheals.com. Thanks for subscribing, and thank you for being here and sharing and liking and all the things. All right, I will see you next time. Bye for now.